Hello everybody, GL1 here. Welcome to the premier online toy museum. And I am back once again with some new Mix Smashers. They went on clearance very quickly, at least the Star Wars one did at Walmart. $13 down to $6, and then a day later down to $3. So we're going to take a look at these. Fortunately, I have some of the old Mix Smashers from 10 years ago of Darth Maul. And this is also one of the new Mix Masters, the Chewbacca from now, and I'm going to compare them to the old ones. I did not get one of the old Stormtroopers, but now we have one, and we'll be able to take a look and see how he compares. So take a look at this is the new Darth Maul, and it's actually pretty good for a couple of reasons. The head sculpt is very good. The coloring is good. The articulation is fair enough, certainly for $3. But again, I just wish it had the articulation, the outward shoulders, but that's for the more expensive Mix Smashers. It does come with the dual lightsaber, and it comes apart, and you have two separate lightsabers. And what's really good about that is that the old one did not come with that. Here's the old one. So if you remember in The Phantom Menace, Darth Maul was cut in half and fell down a pit, and we thought he died, but he didn't. He got robot legs, and he was found by somebody, and they helped him out, and they gave him these robot legs. And this is in the there's an animated cartoon with him where he gets those legs. And you can see the head sculpt, it's not as good. It's more rounded and friendly. And actually, if you look at the coloring, also, it's not the same. The newer one is much more accurate to the Darth Maul tattooing that the character had. And you could take these out, though, on the old one. Take a look at that. And then, remember, he also got spider legs. So you could take them, and then you could stick them inside here. Oh, you know what? That's right. I think you can fold these in there. I think they fit into that. Somehow you get this to fit in there, but that's really not important. Anyhow, he would look like that, and he would have spider legs, and this whole thing comes apart. You can see it separates, and you get these legs in there, and then you have Spider Maul, or sort of like those cars in California that can hop. You have hopping, kangaroo Maul. But I like the original Darth Maul. Pretty cool. So also the new Mix Masters has the new Chewbacca, and it's smaller than the old Chewbacca. Take a look. So you can see that. And you could see, I think the sculpt too on the new one is better, the head. You can see the teeth. On the old one, he's kind of smiling. He looks a little bit more friendly. But you can see the eye sculpt, or the eye paint is better. You got kind of a glassiness to it, which is pretty cool. The coloring of Chewbacca is more bright on the new one. You can see the difference. This looks like Bigfoot, really. But this also looks kind of robotic. So I don't know which one's really more accurate. I didn't really look at Chewbacca's feet. This is annoying. On the old one, this keeps slipping down. On the new one, it stays on much better. Articulation-wise, they're about the same. They made the new one. Look, he only has a divot spot like on the forearm and the leg, and then you have these module-looking things on the old ones, which are kind of distracting. I mean, I don't think anybody really cared, but when you look at it compared to the new one, I got to give it to the new one. Looks like he has Han Solo's gun. And you see this is sort of the bowcaster. I guess, well, it is the bowcaster. So it just looks a little bit bigger. This is the bowcaster that the old Chewbacca has. And of course you can take them apart and mix and match their pieces, but I think that's kind of just dumb. I mean, why would you mix Chewbacca with Stormtrooper parts or something? Unless you were making Borg, making, sort of cyborg Chewbacca. I guess you could do that. I did switch the heads, but I ended up switching them back because they do just pull off. But the coloring's not right. So look, I mean, it's all right. It's okay. That works. It doesn't. I don't think it works as well this way. If you take that one, see, now it's more obvious. But you could take the new head and put it on the old body if you want a taller Chewbacca, because you can see it's a lot bigger. So, like almost a head taller. All right, well, let's open this Mixmaster, this Stormtrooper here. And they do come with an extra part. Actually, the Darth Maul came with the Chewbacca arm, like a snow Chewbacca, like it had snow on it. So that'll probably never see the light of day. It'll just go somewhere. But you could, take that off and change it. I guess this is going to be, I don't know, I guess you could pretend it's Darth Vader or Darth Maul's power hand. He's sending out a beam. So let's see. I guess you could pull that off. And then you could put that on there. And I guess it is, Darth Maul, because it does look like it's the same glove. But I guess Darth Vader might have a glove like that too. You could do that. Look, take a look at that. So you can make up whatever you want, right? All right, so here is your Stormtrooper. And it's got a little band in there to hold him in. So just slice that. And then I think this is like, it means he's sort of a guard or something. Like a higher rank. Oh, it goes on the head. You pull the head off. And then that goes there. All right, so we'll put the arm on first. Now we got to cut that out. There's one on the leg. And I think the gun just pops out. Yeah, he's got this laser rifle just pops out. So we can put the arm on first. And he's got his, I think it might be on that shoulder. And now he's a higher ranking, maybe like a command Stormtrooper. And it has more articulation in the elbows. You can bend it up higher than some of the other ones. You can see the Darth Maul doesn't quite bend. Well, let's see. The angle's just slightly better on that one. All right. And then you got your leg. And look, you even have the detail of the Stormtrooper where it has the legs are a little bit different. And when I was a kid, I have all the Stormtroopers going all the way back to 77. And I have one of the original Stormtroopers. And I always thought they just made a mistake and they put the wrong leg on. But no, that's how they're supposed to be. But this is cool. So you could take his rifle and you could mount it here, right? Like so he's walking around, probably too tall that way. So kind of like that, right? And then it has the, put it in each hand. And then I was going to say, it looked like sometimes they have like one hand is made to grip something smaller and the other one's something larger. So actually, I think this is an example of that. Let's see. So if you look at Darth Maul, you can see this hand has a larger diameter for gripping something bigger, and then this one's smaller. And that's because just like the old mix and match, you would have like a smaller peg and a larger peg. So if you wanted to put it in that hand, so you can go like that. Not that would actually happen. So then this is too big, right, for that hand. So anyway, you got it like that. So, all right, so there's the mix and match mashers collection, comparing the old and the new. I think the Stormtrooper is pretty cool. I mean, it looks like a Stormtrooper, right? And look, it has purple joints, and purple is reminiscent of royal purple, which, all the bad Transformers have. But then again, you can't really stick with that with these because, look, Chewbacca has purple too, and he's good. So, but anyhow, All right. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and hope you can go out there and get some clearance mix smashers. I always imagine when something like this happens, like it happens with Barbie too, and this they come out with something, and then I think it was like less than a month that this already went, from $13 to $3, and it's like I imagine that there's a guy that works there, right, at Hasbro, Gary, and Gary's always like, hey, let's bring back the Mix Masters. And I'm like, Gary, every meeting you always bringing back the Mix Masters. And for 10 years, you keep saying, bring back the Mix Masters. And they didn't sell well before they went on clearance. Yeah, but I think now kids are ready for that. And they come out with it. And once again, it went on clearance very quickly. So, that happens with Barbie. They come out with something like the Barbie Besties, and it took like a month or so. I even predicted, I said, I bet these are going to go on clearance. And sure enough, they did. They did come out with some new ones, but we'll see where things go. I'm bringing that up because next is going to be Barbie Besties. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Take care.